Hello everyone, today I'll be checking out Smoked Out BBQ, which is an absolute hidden gem. They are located at the back of a business park just minutes away from San Jose Airport, and supposedly they have some of the best barbecue in the area. I cannot contain my excitement any longer because I'm really craving some barbecue, so let's go. I just ordered my barbecue and I got 2 of the combo 4s, which comes with 3 proteins. They have a total of 6 different meats, and then they also come with 2 sides each, so I got 4 sides. I'm gonna start by tackling this first combo, which I got with the chicken, tri-tip, the hot link, as well as the sweet beans and the dirty rice. We just got so many different delicious things, and because there's so much meat sitting in front of me right now, I already smell the smokiness and the fattiness, but I want to just try the chicken first. And I love how all the meats are just dry rubbed, all the sauce is on the side, but I gotta just try the chicken on its own just to get the pure smoky flavor. Oh my gosh, that chicken is just magical. You know, I'll be honest, typically chicken is like my least favorite item barbecued, but here they definitely do know how to do their chicken because it is so flavorful. It's just like dry rub, it's a little bit spicy, and it's also very smoky. I mean, the smoke just penetrates all the way down, even into the center of the meat. And then I also love that there's a really beautiful sweetness and maybe a little bit of a glaze on the outside. They got 3 different sauces. They got a mild, a medium, and a hot, but I'm gonna start off with their mild, which is their original, which is made with pineapples. So I have a feeling it's gonna be a little bit of like a sweet tart sort of flavor. Oh, that is a fantastic barbecue sauce. I really love the richness and the tanginess of it. Tastes like the same spice blend that's on a chicken. It's got a little bit of a bite, but honestly nothing crazy. And I do get a little bit of tang from the vinegar and a sweetness from the pineapple. However, I don't particularly taste the pineapple, but that being said, it is a killer barbecue sauce. I'm just gonna stick with the chicken as like a benchmark for other sauces, and the next one is their medium sauce, which is a Thai mango. So that sounds really intriguing, because I've never heard of like a Thai mango barbecue sauce before. Oh, the Thai mango is really nice as well. The first thing I taste actually is the fruitiness of the sauce. It tastes a little bit mangoey, and then I taste a little bit of the spiciness, which is a little bit, just a tiny bit more prominent, and the spiciness kind of lingers on, but it's still what I would call a very mild barbecue sauce. That being said, I still think I like the first one a little bit better because I really like the zestiness and tanginess of that one, but this is definitely going to be up your alley if you want a more sweeter, sort of richer sauce. Okay, now I gotta go in for the last sauce, which is the spicy sauce, and this is the ghost honey, which is made with ghost peppers and honey. And now I know I might regret this, but so far I'm not super scared of this since the other ones were pretty tame. Okay, that is really nice. It definitely sneaks up on you. At the beginning, you really get a nice, sweet, delicious barbecue flavor. I definitely get that honey flavor, and then you taste the barbecue spices, and then at the end, you get the flavor of the ghost peppers. And it starts off like maybe a medium sauce, and I was like, okay, this is pretty mild, and then it starts to build up and kind of crescendo into a hot level, but still, I would say as far as restaurants goes, it goes into a pleasurable level of hot. So if you enjoy your hot foods, you should definitely get that because it is a delicious sauce. But for me, I think the best part would just be to maybe mix the original and mix the spicy, so I feel like that's a good balance of flavors. Next, I'm gonna go for a tri-tip, and I'm just gonna give it a dip in the original sauce. Oh, the tri-tip is really nice. I like this not overly fatty. It's really nice and lean, so you get much more of a meaty and sophisticated flavor. I really love the dense texture of it, but it's not chewy at all. It's just really steaky, and I love all the seasoning. And because of the cut of it, it really just lets all the sauce just soak into all the crevices. Now I'll be going in for the hot link, which I'm really excited about. I mean, I see a pool of grease beneath it, and the whole top of it is just shining and shimmering with oil, and I love myself a good sausage. Oh, wow, that hot link is just insane. I feel like because it's a sausage, it absorbs the most smoked flavor, and the texture of it is just off the charts. I mean, you got a really thin and a snappy sausage wrapper, and then the inside of the sausage is just like meat butter. I mean, you don't even need teeth to chew it. I mean, an infant could probably chew through the sausage because it is just so buttery soft. It is just like meat, porky butter. It is just so fatty, and it just melts in your mouth, spreading all of the delicious oily juices. Let me know in the comments down below, but my hot take is I enjoy a hot link sausage just without any sauce, because especially with a sausage like this, it's just got so much flavor, you really don't need the sauce. Now I gotta go in for a side, starting off with the dirty rice, which already looks heavily seasoned, and it looks like there's also little pieces of meat in there as well. Oh, that is a beautiful dirty rice. I love that the seasoning is not super duper powerful. It's just there to flavor it, and then you get all the flavor from the meat. And then I love that it's also really nice and oily, and for a bit of freshness, just to balance it out, they have a few green onions on top. Next, I'll be going for their sweet beans, which are just white beans in this rich, tomatoey, creamy sauce. And whenever I get barbecue, I always have to have some sort of bean side dish. Okay, wow, the sweet beans definitely live up to the name. I mean, they're so sweet, they could almost be considered a dessert. I do taste a bit of a tomatoey flavor, and then I'm just hit with a whole bunch of sugary goodness. However, I feel like I gotta pour on some of the classic barbecue sauce just to balance it out with a little bit of more saltiness. Oh, that is the pro move. You definitely got to go in with the sauce for the beans. I mean, I feel like with any bean dish, it's always going to taste better with a little bit more barbecue sauce. Now I'll be moving on to my other combo, which almost feels twice as heavy as the last tray because I feel like it's got some really dense items. I got this one with the pork ribs, the pulled pork, the brisket, as well as the mac and cheese and some cornbread muffins. I'm going to just go in for the pulled pork, but first I got to drench it with some of that classic barbecue sauce. Let's just go in for a juicy bite of pulled pork. Oh, this is definitely a leaner pulled pork, and because of that, it definitely does feel like it has more of a richer, meatier flavor, which really is complemented by all the smokiness. Because I mean, I feel like the smokiness is just like penetrating every cell in my mouth right now because it's so flavorful. And I love all that sauce on there as well. That is definitely a winner dish. And in fact, I gotta get some more of that pulled pork. Next, I'll be going for the pork ribs, which is one of the items I was the most excited about because this looks legit. I mean, it's got a deep red crust, and then you also got the black and char on the outside, so I know this is just going to be ridiculously smoky, and it also looks quite fatty as well. Oh, that rib is just magical. There's something about the way it's cooked. I'm guessing there's some sort of glaze on it or something, because the outside definitely tastes a little bit sugary, and then as you bite into it, you don't want to eat it too fast because I love just sort of chewing on the meaty bark on the outside because it's just embedded with so much flavor. And then once you get deeper into the rib, it's just buttery and soft and melty. I think it's definitely appropriate that we end with the brisket, which is one of my favorite all-time barbecue meats. I mean, this one definitely looks perfected because the outer crust has got to be the thickest out of all the meats. It's just really nice and blackened and charred, and I'm all about that smoky, charred, burnt flavor. Oh, the brisket is beautiful. It's really nice and soft. It's maybe not over the top soft, but it's certainly soft enough. And the outside is where I'm getting most of the smoky flavor, just from that black and char. And then I love that it's very fatty as well, because I overheard the guy working here. He said that if you get here early, they'll try to give you as much of the fatty cut as possible. And if you get here later, you might end up getting more of the lean cut. So if you want the fatty, good parts of the meat, definitely get here as early as you can. All right, I gotta just end off with our sides now, starting off with the cornbread muffin. Oh wow, I almost forgot for a second, but this is actually a garlic cornbread muffin. So the first thing you taste when you bite into it is just like a fresh, zesty flavor of garlic, and then you're hit with all the savory notes of the cornbread, and this is 100% a savory cornbread, and I honestly prefer this over a sweet cornbread, especially when you got all this other savory dishes. And I feel like just to get a bite of the meat and a bite of the cornbread, there's really nothing better, because basically any meat is going to taste better with garlic. Finally, I gotta end off with the mac and cheese, and this is like a gourmet mac and cheese because it's made with multiple types of cheese, and then it's topped off with a crispy breadcrumb topping, which is the way it ought to be.
Well, we have tried to for you guys. We just don't have brisket unless it's a sandwich, and we don't have any ribs.
Oh, that mac and cheese is definitely where it's at. I love that they use a cheese blend because you really get the nice zestiness and tang from the cheese, and then at the end I get a rich, creamy, and buttery finish. So I definitely can tell they're using a lot of butter in there, and this is a legit mac and cheese. The only thing is, I'll say, only get this if you have a really big appetite because it is a bit heavy, but honestly, I don't mind it all because I'm just in the mood for one heavy, meaty, delicious meal, and this definitely is hitting the spot right now. This was an absolute barbecue feast. It actually exceeded my expectations, even though I had pretty high expectations going into this, so I am impressed, and I would say for sure my favorite meats have got to be that brisket, because that was just a very well done brisket. I also love those pork ribs because they were very well marinated and seasoned, and finally that hot leg just kind of blew me away because that is definitely an underrated sausage just because of how fatty and rich it was. The sides were also really great as well, and I feel like it just kind of depends on your mood for which side do you want to go for, because all of them I would say were equally delicious. If you're craving yourself a big barbecue platter in the Bay Area, you definitely have to check out Smoked Out BBQ, because this place is an absolute hidden gem and an institution, and it will not disappoint. And I really hope they stick around here for a while, and I think they will, because they do get like a lot of local traffic, so I feel like it is a really just local spot that only the locals know about so far. As always, I really hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure if you did to give it a like, and also make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.